Hey everyone.
Hey, Matt.
So great to have you here. I'm also, I mean, I keep saying the word excited today, but I actually am really excited for all these projects coming here because, Future Fest has also been building nonstop. I think you're one of the low key most delivering projects in the space as well, and you've just been pumping out new stuff and have great partnerships. So I'm very happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Super excited to be here. Thanks for renting this beautiful beach house. I know all the guests have been interviewing out of here. It's been great.
Right.
We've flown everyone in. Yeah, I keep asking all the guests before we start where they are calling in from, because I really think we have a very global, community here. So where are you right now?
Utah, myself. Yep. So middle of
Nice.
America.
Nice. Okay, as a European, I have no idea where that is, but
It's
That's
somewhat
okay.
close to California.
Kind of near
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty close.
exactly.
Yeah.
okay, cool, very cool. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about Future Fest. I'm gonna pull up your website in the meantime, and then maybe you can give us the elevator pitch of what you're doing.
Yeah, so essentially what we do is we're like a metaverse concerts and events company. So what we do is we throw focused events in like a metaverse space that we generally build out. And a lot of times we work with artists or brands to kind of bring their world to life. So we worked with artists such as Cascade, Blue to Tiger. We actually started pretty heavily in the EDM scene, the music scene. So we worked with, like brands like Dirty Bird, Space Yacht, and Juno Beats to put on these kind of live music events. And we've kind of started pivoting towards showcasing a lot more like a variety of events. So recently we put on the farmers market with Veggie and it was kind of a big conference like event where we had like over 20 projects showcased, had booths. They had we had live proximity voice chat, so you could visit booths and talk to people, learn about people's projects. And kind of the main mission and goal that we're trying to bring to the space here is we're trying to make like the most compelling, fun virtual events ever. Because kind of what we noticed before we got into the space was a lot of the metaverse events, they were kind of the worlds were like mostly dead. They weren't very fun. They bring all the elements of like a metaverse, but they don't have a lot of the social aspects that kind of the community social aspects that make it really good. So this year we have a really heavy focus on integrating as many projects and brands into our ecosystem as possible. Meaning, like, if you have avatars, we want to get your avatars into our platform. If you have stickers or community things that you like showing off, we want to get you in there. So we can always tie that to an NFT and things of that nature to unlock in our world.
Very exciting, yeah. And what I've been wondering as a ex game developer, or at least try hard game developer who has never actually really released a game, how are you working together with Unity? Because this was like big news to me that you had an actual partnership with Unity instead of just using the game engine. So what's the relationship there?
Yeah, so they actually approached us after the Cascade show to throw their after party back in 2022. But yeah, it was they have a live events division that worked directly with us, and it was pretty cool because they had like this survey and checklist when we first when they first reached out to us, and they're like, do you use this feature? Do you use this feature? And we pretty much checked every single box as far as like, hey, we do live streams into the into the world. We want to use what's it called? Audio activated things. Just every feature that they were building is something that we could directly use. So we were great partners for them. We work very quickly and we iterate very quickly. So it was it just made sense overall.
Great, really great. Victor, what do you think of Future Fest? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been a big fan of Future Fest for a while. I've like reached out to you guys, commented, and I've been to a few events myself. So it's always fun. And like, I mean, I've been a big fan of EDM since I was in college. I remember going to Skrillex and all those shows because just seeing that you guys had Cascade on there, and then just even seeing new artists I've never heard before. Like you guys have some really good DJs. And I'm like, especially like in dubstep and the harder stuff that I really like. But yeah, I love what you guys are doing. It's just pure entertainment and fun and social. But I was just wondering, like, what is how big is the team I don't know if he asked this yet, but how big is the Future Fest team, and what does that look like? What kind of background you guys have?
Yeah, the team's actually very small. We've got 5 people on the team. So essentially, the team's kind of made up of like some marketers but mostly developers. We have one Unity developer who's also works in VR as well, and then so essentially we pretty much just try to iterate as quickly as possible because we have a small team. It kind of allows us to work very quickly and try out new ideas very fast. So we're always taking feedback from the community. We try to throw on, put on as many shows as possible to just get people in there, feel out the event, and just learn very quickly on hey, do you like this feature? If not, then we scrap it and just kind of keep going forward.
Yeah, and you mentioned you have a virtual reality, someone who works in virtual reality, and I do feel like this is again that's really going to excel in virtual reality. So what does that look like in the future?
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. FutureFest started off as a VR company, and we were trying to make like, hey, we can DJ in VR and have people join like these crazy virtual festivals. But this was around, I think this iteration of it was around 7 years ago, and VR was just barely taking off. So kind of around when the pandemic happened, we were like, okay, for this to really succeed, we got to kind of flip it on its head and target like the widest audience possible. So we kind of started off at level 1, which we consider live stream. So we started putting on interactive live streams without a virtual world that you could like walk around in. And then we kind of moved on to what we call level 2, which is, now you can actually be a player in that world. And every single level that we have, we want them to be connected. So even if you're watching the live stream, we want you to be able to see people running around. Maybe you can spawn objects in from, the live stream that people in level 2 can interact with. So we want to have that really cool connection. And then obviously level 3 is VR, but yeah, we're just not there yet as far as the adoption. It's getting there, but yeah, we're focusing on making level 2 as best as we can.
Yeah, we'll see what the latest announcements from Apple, and I think Meta just announced they're going to launch their Meta Quest 3 this fall. So
Super excited for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely exciting. You're really there before the actual hype hits, and then you're just gonna take the wave with you. I think this is really a good timing, I would say. But yeah, I mean, as mentioned, we have very limited time here, so I kind of want to give you the opportunity to talk about specific things that you think are worth mentioning, that you want. Like, what is the one thing that you want people to know about FutureFest after they watch this? What's like most important?
Yeah, kind of. So 2 quick things. One of them is kind of aimed towards more projects in the space and brands in general. We're trying to onboard as many projects as possible into the ecosystem. So we have things like expressions, or emojis and stickers. So like things you can spray on the ground or things that appear above your character's head, even avatars. And these are things that we want to integrate from your project. So if you have NFTs, we can read those NFTs and unlock them. We've actually added a new feature where we can actually see what pool you're delegated to, like SBOs. So if you're an SBO that's interested, we can unlock those types of features in game for you just by detecting that you're delegated to them. Same with wallets. If you guys have a wallet, I know we're working on a collab with Garo Wallet where you unlock like a mount in game that you can use if we just detect that you're using that wallet. So any of those people that would apply to, please reach out to us. We're always trying to integrate that stuff. And the second thing, please come out to one of our events. Right now we have Yummy Island featured as our 24/7 world. It's not as exciting as one of our actual one-off events because you get a lot of people in the world. And the next one that we have coming up is actually Pride Fest, which we're doing in collaboration with Cardano Woman, which is going to be on June 28th. We'll have a post probably coming out later today or tomorrow about that, but please come check that out. There's going to be art galleries featuring artists. There's going to be live music. It's going to be a ton of fun. You guys will be able to talk to and meet a lot of people.
Very exciting. So when do we do a partnership between NMaker and FutureFest?
Yes, let's do it. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, like we could read wallets or like detect if you're using like an NMaker wallet. We have detect if you have NFTs. We could do all that stuff. So yeah, let's get that started.
Yeah, I would love to have like a big green, like just stadium and some green things jumping around, and maybe some factory theme, because NMaker, the logo looks like a factory. I don't know. We should definitely talk afterwards, but I think this is very exciting.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I have
Absolutely.
a couple questions really quick. So how relevant are the NFTs? I forget what they're called, the Future Fest NFTs. I actually have a couple, and
Yeah.
I know it's like it's free to play, right? You can still play without them, but these kind of like add additional features and benefits. Yeah, I wonder if you can further on that.
Yeah, definitely. So the NFTs themselves, whenever you see, so like if you look at those ones right there, you get any
Future
traits
bots.
that are shown on the future bots. So for example, you would unlock that face that you see there. You would unlock those glasses on the purple one. So each future bot unlocks anywhere from like 3 to 4 traits that you can use in game, and then you can mix and match depending on how many traits you have unlocked total. The deluxe ones also give airdrops that we drop every once in a while, and then those other collections that you see, we've done a bunch of collabs with brands like Angel Baby Hit Squad, 2090, Soho Kids, and those unlock cosmetics as well for holding them in your wallet. We also got 2 pet collections, which are great. So we have like the yummy Naru pets that you can unlock, which they evolve when you feed them yummy meals, which was a pretty cool interaction. And then we also have a Cascade branded pets called the K-Bots. So
That's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of like a season pass. So
yeah. But yeah, you can. The cool thing about these cosmetics is that you can bring them out at any time and use them at any of our events. So they're kind of they're just kind of cool cosmetic items.
Great. So any last questions, Victor?
no, man, I'm just super happy you guys are on Cardano and you guys are just doing so much, just bringing people together to just hang out and socialize, and especially big projects and artists like Cascade, and we're now working with Unity. So, thanks just for doing so much work, and, for doing this for everybody and for yourselves, of course.
Absolutely.
It's
And
great.
yeah, and thank you guys for bringing the showcase to us. So thanks again.
Thanks for joining. And then I wish you a great rest of the day, and hopefully we'll see each other again to talk about the NMaker collab.
Yeah, absolutely. Likewise.
And then so how can people find you?
Yes, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FutureFest. I think it's FutureFestXR. And anyways, our site is futurefest.io. So
Awesome.
find us there.
And we'll make sure to put all the links in the YouTube live stream so everyone can just go to their Twitter pages and follow them.
Great. Cool. Then thank you so much, Matt, for joining. And then we're going to go to our next guest in a second.